Same-sex couples hoping to marry in Nebraska will have to wait a bit longer for a ruling from the federal courts, but the judge is promising a quick decision. Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm Joe Chiodo. We do have team coverage tonight on an important legal and social issue. Should gay people be allowed to marry with all the rights and privileges given to traditional couples?
Aaron Murray is live tonight at the Douglas County Courthouse. Reporter Jessica Gill leads off our coverage from the federal courthouse, where both sides made their arguments earlier today.
Guys, a monumental day for the American Civil Liberties Union of Nebraska. That's even though representatives say a decision was not made. I was actually inside the jam-packed courtroom earlier today, hearing both the state's case and the ACLU's. Now, the state is arguing that a big part of marriage is the fact of promoting procreation, that's having children. In other words, the judge then injecting some humor into the situation, saying, well, if that's the case, then each couple ought to undergo a fertility test or even a potency test before actually tying the knot. As you might imagine, that got a pretty good sized chuckle within the courtroom. Now, the ACLU is saying it really all comes down to equality, that not allowing same-sex couples to get married here within the state is simply sex discrimination. Again, while no decision was made today, members of the ACLU are feeling confident.
We are confident in our legal arguments. We are pleased that we have a deliberative judge that is taking a serious look at these serious issues. Our position, our case is about love, is about justice, is about fairness.
Decision was made today on whether same-sex couples here within the state of Nebraska ought to be able to get married, but the judge did promise he would move quickly on it. Reporting live with photographer Justin Cheney, I'm Jessica Gill, WOWT 6 News.
In our next newscast live at 6, we'll hear from some of the couples who hope there would be a ruling today.
They say they are ready to get married. Now, if the ban is lifted on same-sex marriages, lines are expected at the Douglas County Clerk's office.
Our Erin Murray is there now. She has been checking on that part of the story and continues our coverage 6 News Live.
That's right, Joe. Mallory, we're here live outside of the Douglas County Clerk's office. Now, while this pending decision may change a lot in Nebraska, this office says not a lot will change here. Now, one slight change that we may be seeing, take a look at this. This is actually the Lancaster County marriage worksheet, and as you see here, it's been modified to say applicant 1 and applicant 2 instead of bride and groom. Now, DHHS says the state is working on a new official form, but it has not been released yet. I have here in my hand the Douglas County marriage worksheet, and it does still say groom. It does right here still say groom and bride. Now, I spoke to Clerk Kavanaugh. He says that they have gotten same-sex couples coming in here asking for, not necessarily today, but in the past, asking for a marriage license and that paperwork. And he says they're always treated politely and explain that that request by law cannot be granted. What he does say they are given is this right here. Now, this is from former Douglas County Attorney James Jansen. This is a statement that kind of explains in legal detail why that request can't be granted. Now, if Judge Battalion does choose to make a decision for approval maybe by Tuesday, I am told that this office will be ready to handle any and all marriage requests. Kavanaugh tells me that it is a regular practice here that if they get long lines, you know, even up to that 5 o'clock hour, that they do open late. And if this were to get passed, they would do the same thing that date to make sure that everybody's request could get filed. Reporting here live with photographer Nathan Jank, Aaron Murray, WOWT 6 News.
And even without a ruling today, lots of people have strong opinions on the subject of same-sex marriage, so we want to know what you think.
We are conducting a poll on our website at WOWT.com. Just look for it on our homepage. It's on the right-hand side of the screen.